right now.
Good evening, and thanks so much for joining us tonight. A bill meant to ease the homeschool process in West Virginia passed the House today, but not without a child abuse neglect provision.
That's right. Anna Saunders is actually live with us here in studio. And Anna, there's been several high-profile abuse cases. Can you talk to us about how those cases specifically impacted the need for this provision?
That's right. There have been 2 known cases within the past 7 years in the state where children have died in abuse and neglect situations after they were pulled from public school. What was added into this bill would delay the homeschool approval process to school officials can see if there is a pending child abuse or neglect investigation before allowing that child out of the sight of mandatory reporters. It was once again a bipartisan effort to add in Raylee's law to a homeschool bill in the West Virginia House. This provision, named for a Fayette County child who died in 2018 from abuse and neglect in her home after she was pulled from school, would allow a 10-day period for school boards to see if there is an active child abuse or neglect investigation against a parent requesting to homeschool before approving it. Delegate Josh Holstein from Boone County also pointed out how this could have helped in a case from last year where a homeschooled Boone County teen named Kennedy Miller starved to death in her home a couple years after she was pulled from school.
As many of you know, we had a situation in Boone County that really devastated our communities, and I think this would help resolve future cases like that while still protecting the rights of homeschoolers and those who want to seek that form of education, which I'm very supportive of. And I like the other provisions of the bill, too.
The other provisions of the bill are meant to make the process easier for homeschooling families. Right now, they have to submit their intent to homeschool and all needed assessments afterward to their county boards. This bill instead would create a statewide school choice portal, so families are submitting all of the documentation to the state online. Delegate Kathy Hess-Krause, who is the sponsor, said this will simplify and centralize the process for families who have had issues with counties losing documents. The bill would also open up more testing options for homeschoolers and take away the requirement that parents have a high school diploma in order to homeschool.
For parents who do Hope Scholarship and also homeschool their children, they do not have to turn one in, and this just matches it up with that language.
Okay.
While Delegate Krause says she was told by the State Department that creating this school choice portal would not have a fiscal note, that they already have the workforce and program necessary for this, some no votes, like Finance Chair Delegate Vernon Criss, said otherwise.
Would you believe that there is a fiscal note, and I think it's in excess of $700,000?
I would believe they probably made one up.
This bill, with backing from Democrats and Republicans, passed 75-22. Delegate Sean Fluharty, who has been trying to pass Raylee's law for years now, commended the parties working together.
I think if there's one thing that we can all agree on as a body, all 100 of us, it's pulling the rope together to protect children. And this language, which has been included, will do just that, and I'm supportive. Thank you very much.
This bill now heads to the Senate just before crossover day. Tomorrow is that last day to get bills from the House or Senate where they were introduced over to the other chamber. Live in the studio, Anna Saunders, Eyewitness News.